Oh man, but go and look. I want you to get what would you guys say? Maybe about 65% of Kings fans. I want you to get them hyped up right now.
I don't know if it's 65%. I feel like it's a lot more.
Mm, mm,
But
mm.
we just, just having a conversation yesterday. It was about Connecticut and the Sun, which I think is an interesting conversation that we could talk about here in a few minutes. But you know, but the Mavericks, the Celtics, the Lakers, the Blazers, they've all sold
Mhm.
in recent months. The Bucks, the Suns different circumstance, but still sold in recent months. And we even asked the question like, man, why are all these NBA teams selling? The Bucks, if I got this right, the Bucks sold it was Mark Larson, one owner of like three,
Mhm.
sold a 25% stake in 2023. Remember, if you the Bucks were sold around the same time the Sacramento Kings were, for about 550 million. Again, right around it was about the same.
Mhm.
Milwaukee and Sacramento were about the same as when Vivek bought them. 550 million. Uh, Mark Lasseray sold his 25% stake in Milwaukee for 3.5 billion. The cost of doing business, if you will, in the NBA is skyrocketing. The Celtics, what, was 6+ billion, excuse me. The Lakers, of course, were 10 billion. We're seeing this Blazers sale happen. We heard rumors of another one. I don't know if it's public yet, so I'll leave it out there, but there's going to be another NBA team for sale. And just to ask the question yesterday, what do you think it would take for Vivek Ranadive to sell the Kings?
Hmm.
And obviously, I don't know. I have no idea what that man's interest is, what his financial interest is, what his desire to own this professional basketball team is. He obviously has desires to be rooted deeper in Sacramento because of the River Cats partnership. Um, maybe he's just doing the A's partnership for fun.
Mhm.
Maybe he's doing it as a way to grow Sacramento. I'm not really sure. I have no idea what Vivek Ranadive's interests are in this basketball team or in life, to be honest with you. But when you look at, nothing was more stunning than Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
The Celtics is surprising. The Lakers is surprising. Mark Cuban, it felt like, lived for the Dallas Mavericks. And despite all of the interest he has, Shark Tank, the gazillion other businesses he has, everybody knew him as the Dallas Mavericks owner. And he just said, for whatever reason, I'm out. It's financially very smart for me to get out. I'm out. And it brought the question is, what do you think it would take for Vivek Ranadive to sell the Sacramento Kings? And what would that look like? Because those are two really different questions. The second one is the one I truly can't figure out.
I don't know. Obviously, everybody's got a price. That's what the $1 Million Man taught me.
I learned that as a young man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's got a
Especially
price.
Virgil.
Yeah. That poor kid who got the basketball kick. That's the most famous one.
That I can think of, yeah.
That's an all timer.
I think Rob Van Dam once kissed his feet.
Oh, it was Rob
It was a young Rob Van Dam, I believe, that
kissing
kissed
the
Ted
feet. I
DiBiase's
remember that.
feet.
I
Yeah.
do remember that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But everybody's got a price. I do believe that outside of just like this ridiculous price, I think Vivek and the way he owns this team is kind of like how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I almost like owning an NBA team, being in this club more than I like what I could get for it. Like I'm already rich. My bank account is already what it is. I'm set for life.
Not paying the second apron stuff.
I was gonna say, can I ask, or do we know that Vivek is that?
So I don't know for sure, but isn't he, or his company or whatever, isn't he doesn't he have stake in like a lot of Doco?
I think so. Yeah,
So
I
I
believe
think he
so.
owns the building.
I could be wrong. I feel like the Kings have a stake in Doco. Obviously by default, that's Vivek.
Right.
But I wonder if it's one of those things that really smart rich people do where they buy stuff under business. Like it's not Vivek Ranadive or Vivek Ranadive LLC or whatever. It's the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings. So, but part of that, again, could be completely wrong. Part of that is when you create a valuation for the Sacramento Kings, it's not just Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and the trademarks and the logos and the uniforms. Most importantly, it's that arena. And then it's the stuff attached to it that they own.
So is that, you're right, but in recent sellings, the arena wasn't involved. Like the people who bought the Lakers, they didn't get crypto. That's
because it's not theirs.
Right. That's
it's not theirs to sell.
So they were able to get that type of price. What you just said is right. Like usually it involved, when you talk about the valuation, it includes the arena.
Right.
That situation, they didn't get the arena.
Right.
And that was their valuation, or that's what they paid for it, right? The Celtics situation, I don't think they got the arena there either.
I don't think they own that.
Right. So
I think I pay my salary, pal. Don't the Kings own the Golden One Center?
I think they do.
That's not a venue from like AEG or anybody.
No, I think they do. So that's what I'm saying. Like if I don't know for sure. But if you look at the Kings being valuated at, let's just say $5 billion.
Got to be close to that.
With that, or somebody says, I want to pay you $5 billion for it. That's not even including the arena. Potentially. Potentially.
I think it would, though, because it's owned by the Sacramento Kings.
True.
I mean, I guess you could negotiate. So I guess you could negotiate it without the arena.
Right.
But that would be a massive red flag.
Because
that would be a clear indication that the team is moving.
If I was Vivek and I was the Sacramento Kings, I'd be like, okay, I'm not asking for the $10 billion that the Lakers got. Let's go with half of that. And part of that is the people who bought the Lakers didn't even get the arena. So I'm giving you half of what the Lakers sold for, and I want to keep the arena.
Oh, man.
Other people have
maybe.
done it. Celtics did it. Like they bought it for whatever they did, and they didn't get the arena. So it's not unheard of.
No, it's definitely not unheard of, but those aren't arenas that they own. I guess it all depends on who owns the Golden One Center.
I think the Kings.
Is it the Kings or is it like the city? Does the city owe it?
Yeah, I think the Kings do. I think the Kings do. But the whole point of me bringing that up was he could be looking at his valuation.
The city owns it. The Kings operate it. The arena is part of the broader downtown commons development. Well, we knew that already.
Which I don't know if the Kings or Vivek himself, his business, they have stake in the downtown development, don't they?
Yes. I'm trying to see if this so Doco is operated by JMA Ventures. Trying to look a little bit more into.
JM says Lakeup owns Chase. No chance Kings own Golden One. I don't think they own it like Lakeup does, because Lakeup privately financed.
Yeah, he did that. He did that thing
that's
himself.
The 100% thing. I don't think the city financed the arena. I think there's a partnership there, or there was some of Vivek's or the Kings' own money that went into the Golden One Center.
Because Wikipedia has never lied to us. The Sacramento City Council voted approval of public financing in other terms on May 2014. Total cost of the Golden One Center, God, this seems like a bargain. $507 million. I mean, this is also a top 5 arena in the league. Like, that's not. You could feel however the hell you want to about the basketball team. This is one of the best arenas in the entire league. And the city of Sacramento financed its contribution through the sale of bonds, parking, and economic developments. Vivek may not own any of it.
I think
he may own some of the things around it.
So securing the bag, I think this is probably from the internet. It seems like a 50-50 venture. Sacramento Kings contributed approximately $284 million, and the city of Sacramento contributed approximately $223 million.
Okay.
So it might be a joint venture.
Honestly, I'm getting tired. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the Sacramento Kings. Sure. So, what is that?
And
okay.
Vivek is probably.
So, what does that mean?
20% of that, 200 and something.
So, the Kings would have to get approval. Well, I don't know how this would be structured because I don't know. Math is not our strong suit here, but I know 284 million is more than 223 million.
Yes.
Can we check that? Jesse gave us the thumbs up. It is confirmed. Would that now it's a minuscule more in terms of percentages and a dollar figure that high. So who has final say?
My thought would be the Kings.
Because if you include the arena in any sale, to me, that would be like, yeah, this team is going nowhere. If a buyer comes in and goes, I don't want the arena, you can have the arena. I don't care. I'll pay you the same. Yeah, I'll pay you the same amount. You can keep the arena. Yeah. I don't want that headache. Yeah. That team's going somewhere else. And that was the thing I kept thinking about was like, if the Kings, like, who would buy that team to keep it here in Sacramento? Like, if Vivek wanted to sell, if he was done, if he wanted to cash out, who would buy that team? Like, no, yeah, I want to keep that team in Sacramento.
Here's the question I would have for that, though. I'm genuinely don't know, can these things be broken? Isn't there a 30-year lease between the Kings and the Golden One Center?
I think so.
So even if they wanted to take the team away, it would have to be 20 years down the road, unless there's opt out or something like that.
No, because what when you break a lease, what happens? You have to buy it out.
But you're right. But the city or whoever would have to agree to that buyout.
Correct.
And if they don't agree, you can't take them.
Correct. That's correct. But just like when we voted on this stuff decades ago, you'll have to explain to your residents why you turned down $1 billion to buy a bad basketball team out of this lease. It's easy to say no,
right?
But you'd have to explain, because again, I know this is difficult for us to understand. There are plenty of people that care nothing about that arena, that basketball team, or Maroon 5 performing there. They don't care. And all they want to know is, how does this affect my pocketbook? And the city financed this. You can't tell me that didn't cost me anything. I go to Park downtown to go to my favorite restaurant now, and I have to pay on Sundays and Saturdays. I didn't have to used to do that. Now the parking per hour is higher. And someone will always say, well, it's because of the arena. It's because of this. It's because of that. All right. You can find people who don't care.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if there's more of those people or more people like us. Now, again, none of this is to say this is even a topic of conversation, but there's a lot of I didn't think the Lakers were selling. Didn't think the Boston Celtics were selling. Didn't think we're approaching a third of the league selling. I didn't expect that. But here we are.
The other reason why I think Vivek, once again, we're just having a conversation. No indications for somebody just checking in that this is
absolutely
anywhere near what's going on.
Just based on other stuff going on in different leagues and so on.
Just like I said, I think Vivek likes being part of this club, this NBA owners club. I also just have a feeling, I never talked to Uncle V about this, Actually, never talked to him at all. Just
No
met
one
him one
believes you.
time.
Yep.
But I think he wants this in his family. I think he wants this as family legacy and heritage.
I wonder how nervous Kings fans just got hearing that. We'll come back. It's Steelo and KC on Saturday.